Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this story up. You can't make it up. The very competent, very responsible, very normal son of our beloved President Biden, number one, had his then girlfriend throw a Second Amendment into a trash can behind a grocery store, only to return later to find it gone. Okay, that's a big problem. You lose your Second Amendment and someone else uses it to commit, a crime. You're in a big trouble. That's number one. So not only is he leaving laptops, this is unbelievable and nobody's talking about. There's no outrage, no speculation. Thank God they're not blaming Putin. Could you imagine if they were like, it's Putin's fault. He took it and threw it in the trash can. No, it was his girlfriend at the time. And so, number one, why was she throwing it into the trash can? Number two, did he have a concealed carry permit, or did he, why was he in, he had the Secret Service working for him at the time, because we found out that the Secret Service, according to Politico and others, this is a Politico article right here, sources, Secret Service inserted itself into case of Hunter Biden's Second Amendment. Protection Agency denies any involvement in a 2018 Second Amendment incident involving the president's son and daughter-in-law. So, the woman he was dating threw it in a trash can behind a grocery store. Number one, the question is, if he had Secret Service detail with him, or if the Secret Service was working with him, A, why did they try to hide what was a crime? You can't just lose track of your Second Amendment. And if you do, you have to notify the police right then and there. So you don't make it, it might not necessarily be a crime depending on the circumstances, but if you just throw it in a trash can behind a building and then don't notify the police, yeah, you're in big trouble. That is a crime. Then, but it's not a crime for Hunter. Then the Secret Service allegedly got involved. So here, Delaware police began investigating, concerned that the trash can was across from a high school. Now we get the preaching and the sermons from Democrats. Oh my God. By the way, to my new Patreons, thank you. Scott, thank you so very much. Very, very, very kind of you, Scott. Thank you so much. Thank you, Scott, and to my new Patreons, thank you so very, very, very much, Scott. Thank you again. Your support means so much, and helps me remain independent and have a voice. And just share this segment, get this segment going. Tell your friends about this channel. If you want to read my writing in the Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, the Daily Caller, the Roanoke Times. You can read all my published articles on hagoodman.com. You can see my debates. And ladies and gentlemen, so thank you to my new Patreons. If you want to share this segment everywhere, please do, because it's important. Delaware police began investigating, concerned that the trash can was across from a high school and that the missing Second Amendment could be used in a crime, according to law enforcement officials. But a curious thing happened at the time. Secret Service agents approached the owner of the store, of course, where Hunter bought this Second Amendment, and asked to take the paperwork involving the sale. You can't do that. The Secret Service is not a law enforcement. It is a law enforcement agency, but it's not. I don't know if it has the right to do that and bypass all the other government agencies, or the one in particular that you have to send the application to. According to the Second Amendment store owner refused to supply the paperwork, suspecting that the Secret Service officers wanted to hide Hunter's ownership of the missing Second Amendment in the case, in case it were involved in a crime. The owner later turned over the papers to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, which oversees federal Second Amendment laws. The Secret Service says it had no records. Well, of course it doesn't have any records. So, this is bizarre. I don't have a circuit, normal American citizens and people who live in this country don't have a Secret Service detail. If we did, like people who are anti that very important right in the Bill of Rights, they say, "Oh, you don't need one." Well, not only did the president's son need one, his girlfriend threw it behind a building in the trash can. And he also had a Secret Service detail. So you have these like celebrities that have, hired security, and they're all carrying automatic, which most are nowadays. It's like saying they're carrying just a Second Amendment. It's like most are automatic, and you can't there's so much to talk about. It's near a high school, so they threw it behind a building near a high school. So you would think endangering kids, let's say, like a teenager was just, they were playing around behind the building, or I don't know, hanging out behind the building or who knows, like a person who, so what happened was a person who rummaged through the trash found the Second Amendment, thus saving Hunter from himself. And the incident began. Oh, here, the incident began when his girlfriend searched Hunter's pickup, which was parked at her home in Wilmington, because of unspecified suspicions she had. Inside the truck, she found a .38. Okay, this is unbelievable. Hunter's girlfriend then took the .38 to Jansen's Market, a nearby high-end grocery store. So, we only throw our Second Amendments away at only the best establishments, in a dumpster behind the best establishments. A nearby high-end grocery store where the Bidens are longtime regular customers. She then, who is more of an imbecile? The president's son or his girlfriend? She tossed the Second Amendment wrapped in a shopping bag. Well, that's safe. At least she was safe. Into the trash bin outside of the store. What? Who does this? If your mind was going there, couldn't you just throw it away in your trash can? That's right. Biden's son's smart enough to look at his own trash cans. I can't even get in the mind of the Bidens. This doesn't happen with Trump's family. They really have to manufacture a lot. Does this happen with Trump's family? They gave heat to Hunter, to Don Jr. and Eric Trump. Oh, they love to condemn the hunting trips. Okay, so they went hunting. They didn't endanger a community by, concealed carry should be allowed everywhere. All right? To protect your family, especially with these mass atrocities. But, you don't throw and we don't know if it was loaded, hopefully it wasn't, a Second Amendment in a dumpster someplace for a person rummaging through to find. Later that day, Haley informed Hunter of what she had done, and he instructed her to retrieve the gun. Oh, Second Amendment. When Haley returned to the grocery store, she found that the Second Amendment was missing from the garbage bin and reported the issue to the store. Well, what are you going to say? Yeah, do you sell Hearts of Palm? This is a high-end grocery. And just by the way, and do you also have the caviar that I ordered? Okay. One other thing. I threw my boyfriend's Second Amendment into the trash dumpster. Can you get one of the, like, clerks to just jump in and see if they could find it? I don't, it could be loaded now, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm related to the President Biden. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a normal what we do. We do just normal things. But you know what? It's really bad that Trump's sons went on a hunting expedition. Police received calls from the store's general manager and from another person. The missing Second Amendment caused heightened concern, according to the police, because the grocery store sits across the street from a high school. Of course, this is all normal for the Bidens. Wonderful people. Good, wonderful, amazing people. President Biden has a fantastic family. Did you see when Jill, just prevented that protester from trying to harm the, candidate Biden? Of course, when Bernie, it was like, oh, I'm sorry, and then which is fine, which is what he should have done, but like, it was still not enough. Oh, did you see what Bernie Sanders did? He didn't show enough respect when the protesters went on stage. He didn't show enough respect. Meanwhile, Jill, Biden's wife, just like practically tackled the protester, and then the narrative was, oh, sticking up for her husband. Don't mess with the lioness. It's like, you can't make this up. You can't make up the duplicity. You can't. It's not even. And have you seen the Biden son's photos and videos? Okay, I can't knock him on that. I'm joking, obviously, but that's the best thing of the whole. His photos are the best thing of the whole Michigas. So, arriving at the scene, Delaware State Police retrieved security camera footage from the store. We complied with the police and gave them whatever security footage we could. So, okay. My God. And there's some other weird things. Oh my gosh. So, Hunter was questioned. Then Hunter told people, oh, listen to this. This is amazing. Of course, he'll never get canceled for this. He told police that they had some suspicious people working for the store, that he used another word for undocumented. Okay? This is who the liberals are. Okay, do you understand? This is unbelievable. It's in the political art. Nobody's going to catch on to this. And, of course, instant cancellation, but not if you're anywhere near Biden or his son. Oh my God. When a police officer asked Hunter whether the Second Amendment had been used in a crime, the officer reported that Hunter, quote, became very agitated with me and asked me if I was intentionally trying to make him mad. I mean, do you understand? God forbid, the way that the entire American system, the government, like our government has coddled and like protected Biden's son. God forbid he's heading towards some kind of tragic, God forbid, like situation. Like tragedy is written on the wall with the way this man has been coddled, from leaving a laptop at a computer repair store to his girlfriend throwing a Second Amendment into the trash dumpster, to him talking to a police officer this way, to him saying a whole bunch of things. Here, so so okay. So finally, finally, what happened was it was found by somebody rummaging through. It was found by somebody rummaging through, from what I remember reading, the dumpster. When Haley returned to the store, she found, but so somebody rummaging through found it. And Biden and his family had been under around-the-clock protection by the Secret Service during his 8 years. Okay, they resumed the detail, so they worked like privately for the Bidens, which the Clintons have their whole people that they've had. It's like Hugh Hefner's security detail. I remember in the 90s, I would go to nightclubs and see like Hugh Hefner partying with like all the 20-year-olds. And his security guards weren't as old as him, but they were like a lot older than you would think because they'd stayed with him for a long time. So, I guess that's the situation the Bidens had when they weren't, when his Secret Service detail wasn't getting paid by the government directly. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, share this segment everywhere. And let me see. So eventually it was found, and all was forgiven, of course. But there are so many things wrong with this. And, of course, there's no condemnation. The incident has received scant attention, save for a report on the Blaze that focused on the state police decision not to file charges against either Hunter or Haley. Okay, well. Ladies and gentlemen, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you. I'll be back.